But I'll show you how I did this problem. So it's at anywhere. I just went ahead and put a point right here, and I realized it was 2 comma 3. All right. Now it says negative x coordinate. So I know it's got to be, if it's a negative x, it's got to be somewhere on this side, right? Because it's a negative x. So I'm just going to put one over here, negative 4, 2. Negative y coordinate, I know it's got to be below 0. It could be on either side. I'll just put one here at negative 4, negative 4. D, on an axis. So it's got to be on the x or the y axis. I'm going to put one right here on 1, 2, 3, comma 0. Okay. But I'm also going to put one, so that's D, sorry, that's A. This one is B. This one is C. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and put one and just call it G on axis, just to show you that if I were to put one on the y-axis, it would be 0, comma, negative 3. Okay. Put that one as G. Now it says in quadrant 2, which is over here, negative 2, comma 3. And then in quadrant 3, that one, so that one would be E. I'll put one here, F, negative 3, negative 3. And so you can use this to kind of show you any patterns that you might see. So what's happening when we're in quadrant 1? Well, in quadrant 1, we definitely have a positive x and a positive y. In quadrant 2, we're going to have a negative x and a positive y. In quadrant 3, we're going to have a negative x and a negative y. Sorry. Did you guys get caught up there? I didn't realize I was out of frame. And then for quadrant 4, we're going to have a positive x but a negative y. So positive, positive, negative, positive, negative, negative, positive, negative, all four different possibilities are covered, and all four lead to one specific quadrant. Now, when we're on the x-axis, that means we don't have a y value, right? So we've got, it can be x, comma, y. X, comma, 0. So if we're on the x-axis, y has to be 0. And if we're on the y-axis, x has to be 0. So we're staying on this line here. So it's 0, comma, y. Now these 6 rules will always tell you where you are on a 4-quadrant plane. Okay. So if we're graphing all rational numbers, positive and negative, whole, fractions, decimals, okay, that you'll get 4 quadrants. These 6 rules will tell you where you are in those, or which quadrant you're in, or what axis you're on, just by understanding this. That the sign of the number is going to tell you where you are on X, where you are on Y, and then ultimately, when you use them together, what quadrant you're in. Hopefully this is helpful. Bring your questions to our Zoom talks.